Okay, then we continue gathering some more ingredients for the debate, and I would like to ask Ronald Rietveld to the floor. Ronald is a landscape architect, an emerging voice in the Dutch scene, but also internationally, rapidly becoming a figure of importance in terms of not just designing interesting public space, but also very reflexive about the role public space has in the vocabulary of the field of architecture. Ronald, can I ask you to take the floor?
Thanks, Oda. Social cohesion and strategic interventions. That's the title of the lecture, of my lecture in 10 minutes. Where is public life and how do we define it? That's one of the questions of tonight. Where is public life in the public domain? And the question is, how do you define the public domain? We follow Heyer and Rijnberg, Dutch researchers, the place where exchanges between people from various social, cultural backgrounds can and do occur. An example of a complex public domain in a complex neighborhood in the Amsterdam New West. I will come back to this slide later on. It's not about the beauty of design, it's about what is happening in this picture. Social cohesion and familiar strangers. What is abstractly called a lack of social cohesion is often first and foremost a lack of public familiarity, a lack of trusted familiar strangers. Without such familiar strangers, people feel no longer at home in their own street and their own neighborhood. A crucial research question in this is, how do strangers become trusted familiar strangers? We see a need for interdisciplinary research here. One should use insights from, for example, cognitive science, emotion psychology, and philosophy. For instance, we collaborate with Professor Nico Vrijda. He's an emotion psychologist to study public domain experience in everyday life. There are some remarks. Probably familiarity can result from different situations, from observing someone to collaborating with someone. It's not only purely public space that can function as public domain, but also shops, supermarkets, nightclubs, etc. Here again, this square, a shopping area in a very complex neighborhood in Amsterdam, New West. And again, it's not about the beauty of design, but what is happening on the picture, and it's actually kind of basic kind of interaction. People are observing each other in quite a relaxed way. And for example, this grandmother here is watching the Moroccan mother over there taking care of her child like any Dutch mother. But even more important are the social affordances on the square. Maybe it seems to be stupid, but this artwork functions very well. It's not about the quality of art, but it's about the way it invites for social interaction. Children are invited by it very much. And this interesting thing is that we found recently in Boston the same situation. I don't know, if somebody comes to Boston, there are all kinds of postcards with these ducks, and actually they are working exactly the same as on the Osdorpplein in Amsterdam. So it's about social affordances. And the interesting thing is that parents gather around it from social, cultural backgrounds and have a relaxed chat. Affordances are possibilities for interaction offered by the environment. A chair, for example, invites sitting on. Social affordances are possibilities for social interaction offered by an environment. A campfire, for example, invites for gathering people. Rather than focusing on ethnic backgrounds or a division between immigrant versus native, we focus on subcultures, broadly understood. And this is a more positive approach in our opinion. It's about people with shared fascinations, interests, and shared patterns of behavior. everybody is actually part of multiple subcultures. You can be a Roskilde festival visitor, but also a member of a diving club, also a band member, and an editor of a MySpace music page. So you are actually a member of different subcultures. And that's where we would like to focus on. We would like to focus on subcultures and social affordances where strangers become familiar strangers. And we would like to test the forces of different social affordances to create public familiarity. Imagine an experiment. We have a free space in a densely populated area, and we're going to fill it with different social affordances. We do have subcultures represented by these graphics, and we do have social affordances. Campfire, as I already told, invites gathering people. The lamps I just showed, a lotus pond, and a festival for robotica. We do have such an example in Amsterdam. These are different social affordances represented by these icons again: campfire, lamps, lotus, and the festival, robotica festival. What we would like to, our aim is to get interaction between different social subcultures. That's our aim. So we do have this. Imagine this densely populated area where we have free space and are going to add these social affordances. They are going to be colonized by different subcultures. That's what's going on. They're changing. And the campfire, for example, it's invited to more and more subcultures, and it's going to be colonized. And if it's going to become a success, we are going to add more social affordances. They are always on top. And they are going to be colonized by these different subcultures. And even more, if the experiment succeeds. And we can shift around these different spaces. And we can influence the way visitors interact. We are happy to announce that this is not just an experiment, but an experiment what can become reality. This is an unsolicited project of our office, New Amsterdam Park. It's actually, this is related to the schemes we just saw. And this Amsterdam Park is an unused space in the city, in a densely populated area. It's very close by the city center, just above the Zeeland, and it's in the former port area. And it's a leftover space. In the 19th and 20th century, Amsterdam used to make, or planned to make, 4 islands. In the end, the last one didn't come, and that's actually the hidden island underwater where we're going to propose this park. And this park is, again, this is related to the schemes we just saw. These are all different barges, old barges, reused barges, which are going to be filled with the social affordances. This is a landing stage project already planned by the Port of Amsterdam. It's already going to be made, and it's created a silent water behind this landing strip. And there is already coming a boardwalk to the city center. So we have an idea how to construct this park with reused barges, as I already said. These are, the proportions are 100 meters long, 11 meters wide, and 6 meters deep, high. And we do have an important partner already. This is the director of the Port of Amsterdam. He presented actually our plan last week already. He's adopting it. And now we are looking for interested parties and partners to bring it further. Something briefly about the design of the park. It consists out of 3 types of spaces. We do have the world inside the barges, where we can fill this, which we can fill with social affordances. We do have the upper roads above the park, which makes it accessible on the whole park, and also observing different spaces. And we do have water streets and square, which makes it accessible by little boats. So it's also, actually a kind of city on the water. And the interesting thing about this park, with this social affordances, that's the main goal, to attract different subcultures and to be flexible with it. It's not a 19th century fixed park, but we can change the structure all the time. And that's the idea about it, so we can do this experiment in the public domain. This is the end of my presentation. I would like to thank you for your attention.